Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful day as fall is starting to turn to winter here in Edwardsville, Illinois. It's OVC basketball on ESPN tonight. It is the SIUE Cougars versus the Missouri State Spartans. My name's Randy Molman. We're here at First Community Arena. My name's Randy Molman, and Ashley Wright is alongside, as you can see, Eddyville in the background, as everyone is really excited about this season, Ashley.
Absolutely, as they should be. A lot of returners for both sides, but also some newcomers. I'm really excited for the players to watch here tonight, starting with Missouri Baptist senior forward Riley Jansen. She dropped 19 points in Missouri Baptist opener, and I'm very excited to see what she can do here tonight.
One of 8 players coming back this year. They've got almost an entirely new roster with their new head coach. For SIUE tonight, your player to watch is, of course, Macy Sylvie. She's in her 4th year, Ashley. All 4 years here at SIUE. She scored 22 in an exhibition game at SIUE recently, and 164 threes coming in. That is 5th all time. And by the way, to get to second place, she only needs 23 threes this season.
Yeah, we know that she can light it up. We saw her do it last season. Excited to see how she gets started this season.
Speaking of newcomers, we talked about Missouri Baptist had a bunch of newcomers. SIUE will have a bunch of newcomers surrounding Macy Sylvie this year. She does have some returners. She does have some returning players that will assist her. You know, Kendall George, who is out injured now, but Kendall George, Ava Galuza, Rory Convoy's back. So she does have a nucleus of players from last season, but some newcomers are exciting as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Some grad students joining the Cougars to the fold. Really excited to see how they bring their experience here to this SIUE team.
So, the Cougars and the Spartans getting ready to tip off here at First Community Arena. Let's get your starting lineups. And Ashley, for Missouri Baptist, who do we have starting for the Spartans?
We have Paula Paluzzi starting at guard alongside Abigail Williams, Madison Doran, and Riley Jansen, and rounding out the starting 5 is Eva Parks.
For SIUE, it will be Macy Sylvie, as we just talked about, Emaya Cobb, who had 9 rebounds in that exhibition game against St. Louis. Also, Bukola Akamalafe, Rory Convoy, and Lauren Miller. Lauren Miller is a true freshman. She wears number 24. Keep an eye on Lauren Miller. She has the ball right there to Convoy. Near side Sylvie, catch and shoot 3. It is short. Rebound pinballs to Akamalafe. Now kick back out to Sylvie. Sylvie driving, dishes back to Miller. Miller had 2,000 points in her career in high school. She played at Camp Point Central, actually Central Southeastern.
Yeah, and first team all-conference all 4 years for the true freshman.
That's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cougars. At number 33 for the Cougars, Bukola Akamalafe. She is a newcomer this year, transferred from Virginia Commonwealth, where she played 59 games in 3 seasons. Down low, Miller's open, spins in the lane, and a little fadeaway. She's fouled. She'll go to the line.
Love the power dribble by the freshman, putting it hard on the floor and going up strong to draw the foul.
We will talk about these newcomers as we go along. Lauren Miller, one of them, a freshman. The senior, Akamalafe, number 33. Emaya Cobb getting the start at point guard for SIUE. Cobb, as I mentioned, Ashley, 9 boards against St. Louis. That is unbelievable against an Atlantic 10 team at their place.
Yeah, she averaged only 2 rebounds per game last season.
Spartans finally get possession, and they turn it over. Errant pass, good full court pressure by the Cougar defense. Missouri Baptist lost their first game of the year. They're 0-1 already. They played at Williams Baptist in Arkansas, lost 89-62. And then an exhibition against Kansas City out of the Summit League. And they lost that one by the count of 78-39 in that exhibition. Technically an exhibition here for Missouri Baptist, This will go on the Cougars record, and there's a runner for Imaya Ka.
That's when she's at her best, driving fearlessly and putting the ball up strong to the hoop.
More full court pressure, a little 2-1-2. Ball is on the floor again, picked up there and pinballed, and 10-second violation. It'll be SIUE ball.
Already intense to start out for the Cougars. They're starting out in this press, and it's just a sea of white jerseys everywhere you turn for the Spartans.
Our officials today, Kaylee Davidson, Yvette Woolley, and Lucas Smith. Yvette Woolley, I should say. Down low, ball pinballs away, and it's a steal for the Spartans. Into the front court, Paula Pazule. Dishes it off now, number 25, that's Parks. Parks, right corner, back to Pazule. She sets up for a three, but too many steps. She hopped a little bit too much. Pazule, a transfer from Stevens College in Colombia. She's from Latvia originally. Last year at Stevens College, averaged 2.8 points per game. Gets the start here tonight.
Experienced player, too. That's over 29 games for the Stars.
Down low, this is Miller. Turns, jumper, grazes the front of the rim. Akamalafe missed underneath and tracked down. A good rebound, chased down by Abigail Williams. Pazule into the front court. Right corner three off the back iron, and Akamalafe's there for the rebound.
And if you're SIUE, you're excited about those possessions that Missouri Baptist, they have. They're shooting early, and they're shooting threes in the shot early in the shot clock.
So held ball will be Missouri Baptist ball. Possession arrow pointed their direction. Here's number 23, Jansen, driving into the lane. Strong off the glass. You can see why she pumped in 19 in her first game. Miller, right baseline. Now tried to pass over the head of Akamalafe. Here comes Missouri Baptist into the front court. Duran kicked it off to number 23, Jansen. Jansen, hip-high dribble with the right hand, hands it to Parks. Back to Williams. Here's Pazule. Pazule crossed over now to the elbow, left corner, Parks. Parks guarded by Conboy. Spin move underneath, throws it up. No good. Akamalafe, the rebound, missed everything. Cobb quickly ahead. Here's Miller. Miller drives down the lane. Count it for Lauren Miller.
How about Lauren Miller putting on the Euro step and just finishing through the chest of the defender. Now a chance at a three-point play.
Cougars lead 6-2. Lauren Miller to the line. Checking in another newcomer for SIUE. Number 32, Cyan Mohammed. Transferred from Goshen College at NAIA school. She played 4 years there, 115 games, 1,110 points, and 843 rebounds. Mohammed had 8 double-doubles last year for Goshen. Left-hand baseball pass, fast break. Parks pulls up, blocked by Mohammed. Mohammed stands 6'3". One of the tallest players the Cougars have had in several years, Ashley.
Yeah, that's definitely something that SIUE missed, is a presence in the paint.
So Parks will check out. Into the game for Missouri Baptist is Teresa Sandoval. She transferred in from the College of Sequoias, where she was for 2 years. Pazule kicks into the corner. Sandoval stepped on the sideline, and it'll be Cougar basketball. Checking in the freshman, Kyoko Proctor. Key is from Alton High School right here in the area, and she is a fan favorite immediately, Ashley.
Yeah, absolutely. She had 14.9 points per game her senior year, hitting 72 three-pointers, converting 79% from the foul line. Kyoko adds a lot of talent to this Cougars team.
1,738 career points in high school, 261 total threes, and over 500 assists at Alton High School. Down the lane, scooped off the glass, Mohammed the rebound. Akamalafe mid-range off the rim, no good. Rebound torn down by Plymale.
Akamalafe had the one-on-one opportunity. I'd like to see her put that ball on the floor and take it to the hoop.
Mail from the right elbow. Rainbow jumper no good. Akamalafe flies in for another rebound. Into the front court left side. Here's Miller. Miller, 5'10" guard / forward. She can play both. A lot of versatility with this roster this year for the Cougars. Proctor around the defense. Straight in for a scoop and score.
Small but mighty. Once she puts that ball on the floor, she's got a burst of speed, and she's ready to let it go.
Pazule, left wing three. Too strong. Proctor the rebound. Kyoko Proctor all the way. She's going to go coast to coast with the runner.
Love what I'm seeing from the freshman already. Putting the ball on the floor, not afraid to take it to the hoop.
Pazule, left side. This is number 5, Mariana Cubero. Cubero picks up her dribble, kicks it left side for Plymail. Left block, underneath. Trying to get it over Mohammed, can't do it. Good defense by Mohammed. Riley Jansen trying to shoot it over the 6'3" forward. Here's Mohammed now to Sylvie, catch and shoot three. She was calling for it, and she nails it.
Absolutely, that's too much space for Macy Sylvie. You've got to be in her jersey for her to miss that shot.
Timeout called by Missouri Baptist, 4:46 to go in the first. It's also the media timeout. The Cougars lead 14-2 here in this first quarter.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Let it rain, Randy! Woo! Yes! By being prepared for anything! Woo! Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 44 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes, then enjoy a signature meal. Plan your trip at parks.ky.gov.
Are you ready to take your money to new heights? Get a flexible high-yield checking account that lets you customize your interest rate so you can keep your finances headed in the right direction. With Elevate Checking from United Fidelity Bank, you're in control of how much you earn. You can raise your rate with a few easy steps. Get more ways to earn more with Elevate Checking and start earning 4.00% APY. Learn more at unitedfidelity.com/elevate or visit your local banking center.
He shoots, and he scores!
Competitive excellence, energized fans, community involvement, sportsmanship, student-athlete success in and out of the classroom. That's OVC leadership, and it isn't new to us. We've been doing it for more than 75 years. It's time to OVC it. The Ohio Valley Conference, fiercely independent since 1948.
There's Bukola Akamalafe right there, number 33. 6 rebounds already, Ashley.
Already crashing the glass hard for SIUE.
She is taking a breather. The Cougars have Cobb, Galuza, Proctor, Blasquez, and Mohammed on the floor. Here's Blasquez driving, kicking. Left corner, Galuza for 3.
That's another player that was able to add points from beyond the arc. 33% from beyond the arc last season.
Blasquez played 18 games at Murray State last year. Murray State, one of the top mid-major women's programs in the country. They are always in the tournament. Very, very good. And I was talking to Coach Sam about her. There's a left hook, no good. Galuza the rebound. And Coach Sam was telling me Murray State, even though she only played in 18 games last year, they were really sad to lose Blasquez and said they expected her to do big things here at SIUE. Proctor missed a three. Blasquez grabs the rebound. Cobb pulls up, kicks. Galuza, another three from the wing. Good!
Back-to-back threes for Ava Galuza. After you see the first one go down as a shooter, you know it might be your night.
And if you have Galuza and Sylvie hot at the same time, look out. Cobb tipped it up to herself. Crosses the timeline, down the lane. They've got numbers. Scoop to Proctor. Runner rims out and goes out of bounds, but it's batted out by number 24, Jenna Plymale. It'll stay with the Cougars. A 20-2 start here in this first quarter.
Yeah, 16-0 run for the Cougars, making 5 of their last field goal attempts. Of their last 7 field goal attempts, excuse me.
SIUE will trigger. Cobb underneath the basket. Kicks it all the way out to Kyoko Proctor. Here's Galuza for three. Ooh, she's 2 for 3, missed that one. Blasquez the rebound. This is Cobb scooping down low, and it's tipped away off of Parks. It'll stay with SIUE. Series history between Missouri Baptist and SIUE, presented by Kentucky Tourism. Cougars lead the series 1-0. They've played one other time back in 2008, a 104-68 win for SIUE. Proctor into Jaden Bryant, who has now checked in for the first time. Proctor, top of the key, dribbling with the right hand. Angles left side, shot clock at 7. Now finds Blasquez, puts it on the floor, but she took a step before putting it on the floor. Oh, no, they call a 3-second violation on Rory Conboy. Conboy's one of the developments this year I'm really looking forward to, because defensively, she had it last year as a freshman.
Yeah,
Can she put some offensive numbers together this year down in the paint for the Cougars?
Yeah, excited to see how her sophomore campaign goes. But you saw it last year as a freshman. She was hungry, so I'm sure she definitely improved.
You and I have both been to several practices now, and she is easily the vocal leader of this team. Always talking, always yelling, always supporting.
And that's nice to see from a young player.
Oh, what a strong move by number 23, Riley Jansen. She has 4 points, all 4 points for Missouri Baptist, and that was just a bully move to the basket.
Absolutely, just pure will.
Into the front court now, Proctor at the logo, angles left side, high dribble with the right hand, puts it on the floor, drives, dishes, Galuza, left corner, good! Galuza is 3 for 4 from long range. It's 23-4 SIUE.
And 2 of those threes coming from that corner. I'm starting to think she likes that spot on the floor, Randy.
She seems very comfortable there, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Sylvie and Miller about to check in for SIUE. Sylvie in for Galuza, Miller in for Kyoko Proctor. It's Missouri Baptist basketball underneath the basket. Paula Pazule will trigger. She kicks it out to Eads. Eads, right corner, puts it on the floor, drives into traffic, and she traveled. She got stood up. Jaden Bryant stood her ground.
Love how SIUE is hedging too off the screens, doing great in rotation on the defensive end.
Miller into the front court, left to right. She's at the First Community logo. Now angles to the middle of the floor. She's going to take it herself all the way to the basket and go to the line. That's now the 3rd time she has taken the ball to the basket to get to the free throw line. That's something I feel like SIUE was missing last year on a consistent basis.
Yeah, very smart move from the freshman, taking her way down the lane, getting to the line. And you love to see that kind of fearlessness from a true freshman.
Miller at the line, first free throw good. Miller's now 4 for 4 at the line, 6 points. Ava Galuza leads all scorers with 9 points, 3 for 4 from long range. 5 for 5 at the line, Lauren Miller. Miller scored over 2,000 career points. She was a 3-sport athlete at Central Southwestern. Miller. Oh, that's knocked away. Southeastern, I should say. Here's number 11, Teresa Sandoval, kicking it right corner. There's a three from the corner, a little strong. Conboy with a good block out and rebound.
Good strong rebound there from Conboy. That's something we saw last year in her game too.
Lauren Miller running the point here at 5'10". Love to see that. Bryant almost dribbled it away, got it to Blasquez. Back to Bryant. Bryant puts it on the floor. She's going to drive down the lane, and she's fouled. This is what we want to see more of from Jaden Bryant this year, isn't it? Just, she's so strong and talented, and if she takes it down the lane, she's going to have a lot of free throw opportunities this year.
Yeah, did you see how she just cradled that ball and would not let it go? They're going to have to swipe at your hands. Good job by Jaden Bryant there.
So Bryant will shoot two. Last year, Bryant shot 42% at the line. I know that's one part of her game she wants to improve this year. Second free throw, no good. Both 0 for 2. Blasquez trying to chase down the rebound. She did. Conboy came up with it. Sylvie's wide open at the top of the key. Short. Rebound, Miller! And I think they're going to get Miller over the back. Miller seems confused.
Yeah, she wasn't boxed out. I think they'll be discussing. She's shooting.
Oh,
yeah.
She did not foul. She was fouled.
Absolutely. There was no box out there on that play, so she's just going for the ball.
Yeah, she was confused. She put her hands up like, that was on me?
Yeah.
I was confused as well.
Yeah.
Here's the free throw from Miller. No good. That's her first miss. 5 for 6 at the line. 7 points. A rebound in 6 minutes of play for Lauren Miller, the freshman. She knocks down the second. SIUE 26, Missouri Baptist 4. Pressure, and Jaden Bryant with the steal and the lay-in.
Good eyes by Bryant. They telegraphed that pass the whole time, and she read it perfectly.
Cougars in a 2-2-1 press, and they force another turnover.
I mean, this press to start this game has been smothering by SIUE.
And this is one of the things you and I have seen over the years. If you look at who's on the floor right now, 6-foot Blasquez, 5'10", 5'11", Lauren Miller, 6-foot Conboy, 5'9", 5'10", Jaden Bryant, and then 5'9", Macy Sylvie. It's a tall, physical lineup from backcourt to front court. She's got to put it up. And Bryant tried to get it up. That was a little frenetic there at the end of that first quarter, but the Cougars with a big-time lead, 28-4 after one against Missouri Baptist. You're watching OVC Women's Basketball on ESPN. It is 28-4. Good start for the Cougars as we head to the second quarter. This is Jaden Bryant to Akamalafe, dribbling with the left hand. The transfer from VCU, hands it to Macy Sylvie. Here's Conboy. Conboy to the free throw line to Bukola, driving in, kicks it to Bryant. Now Sylvie. Conboy at the elbow. Shot clock at 6. Sylvie puts it on the floor. Scoop to Akamalafe for 2.
What a dime by Macy Sylvie. That's a part of her game we don't get to see often, putting it on the floor and making a quick decision.
There's a steal by Akamalafe to Lauren Miller for 2, but missed. Got her own rebound. It got tapped to her. She was in the right place at the right time after that, and then had the ball swatted away. It's Missouri Baptist basketball.
I don't think she needed that extra dribble. That was a great pass by Akamalafe.
Down low off the glass. Good. Number 24, that's Jenna Plymale from Wentzville, Missouri. Here's Sylvie, right wing, across to Jaden Bryant, down low. Conboy, several pumps, and then lays it up and in.
Yeah, she tried to get the defender off the ground. They didn't bite it.
No, she was trying to get to the free throw line, I think. This 2-2-1 press has been very effective for the Cougars so far. There's a 3 from the right wing, short. Conboy again with a good rebound.
We have a timeout on the court. SIUE calls timeout. This will also be Armenia.
So timeout on the floor called by the Cougars. It is 32-6 SIUE. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here at First Community Arena.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Member FDIC.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Fire it up, Randy! By being prepared for anything! Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Nothing provides peace of mind like planning and preparation. And just like you do for your family, CenterPoint Energy plans and prepares every day to better serve our shared communities. We continue to invest in the resiliency of our electric grid to bring you the safe and reliable delivery of energy for what matters most.
See, we didn't need these after all.
Are you ready to take your money to new heights? Get a flexible high-yield checking account that lets you customize your interest rate so you can keep your finances headed in the right direction. With Elevate Checking from United Fidelity Bank, you're in control of how much you earn. You can raise your rate with a few easy steps. Get more ways to earn more with Elevate Checking and start earning 4.00% APY. Learn more at unitedfidelity.com/elevate or visit your local banking center.
Competitive excellence, energized fans, community involvement, sportsmanship, student-athlete success in and out of the classroom. That's OVC leadership, and it isn't new to us. We've been doing it for more than 75 years. It's time to OVC it. The Ohio Valley Conference, fiercely independent since 1948.
Coach Sam Quigley-Smith of the SIUE Cougars. Sam is 33-89 at SIUE, 21-53 in the OVC. This is her 4th season at the helm of the Cougars. And so far, here in this first half, her team this year looks very promising. Proctor down low, left block for Mohammed. Mohammed found Sylvie right wing, puts it on the floor, drives in, runner, no good. It was halfway down and rimmed out. But a foul, and Macy Sylvie will go to the free throw line. Foul was called on number 5, Cubero.
Excited to see the decisiveness here early by Macy Sylvie. We saw her dish it. An assist out earlier and now putting it on the floor to get to the line.
And how about the good look by Mohammed down low to find Sylvie on the wing? That free throw no good. By the way, last year, Macy Sylvie missed one free throw all last season. 19 of 20. She starts out this year 0 for 1.
Oh.
What are you going to do? Second free throw good.
And you know what? You said that after the attempt.
So I did
it's
not
not on
jinx
you.
it.
Yeah.
I did not jinx it. When you guys rewatch this, you know I did not jinx you. Crossing the timeline, it's number 12, Audrey Payne. Payne from Warrenton, Missouri. Guard hands it off to number 10, Doran. Doran now down low, back to Payne driving in underneath. That's number 24 off the side of the rim. Plymail, no good. Rebound, Mohammed. Sylvie into the front court, left to right, crosses the timeline. Macy now backs it out beyond the arc. Mohammed kicked it back out to Kyoko Proctor. Proctor puts it on the floor, drives inside the lane, runs it high off the glass, no good, but there's Akamalafe for two. Rebounded, put back, very decisive.
Clean up crew by Akamalafe. Now her 7th rebound already to start this game. 8th, check that.
8th rebound in the first half for the transfer from VCU. Here's Plymail handing it off. Oh, and she ran with it. That was number 0, Orion Anderson, who took the handoff and tried to rush to the goal line.
Yeah, I was literally about to make an analogy similar to that.
Little Saquon Barkley-esque.
Yeah, she's saying she never had control of it, so.
Here's Imaya Cobb now in the backcourt. A little 2-1-2 pressure from Missouri Baptist now, trying to see if they can create a turnover and get on a little offensive run. Cobb left side for Galuza. Galuza guarded by number 30. Check that, number 10. That's Doran. Now Cobb, right baseline, kicks it back out to Proctor. Proctor working on Anderson. Step back three. Kyoko Proctor.
We talked about her, Randy. She is definitely going to be fun to watch. Another player that can really stretch the floor with her shooting ability for the Cougars.
And she is going to have a huge cheering section this year, playing her high school ball right over close by in Alton, Illinois. There's a straightaway three off the side of the rim, a little strong, but long rebound. Now Plymail with a jumper, short corner. Jenna Plymail buries it. It's 38-8.
Plymail was able to reposition herself on the floor after that second chance rebound and get some points up for the Spartans.
Here's Mohammed, top of the key, right side for Galuza, who has 3 threes in this first half. Drives now down the lane, around the defender, tried to scoop it up and in, rebound Anderson. Galuza's very good from long range, but she can get sneaky through the lane. Right corner, this is number 10, Doran, now kicks it back out to Plymail. Plymail puts it on the floor, working on Akamalafe. The ball off of Akamalafe's knee goes out of bounds to the Spartans.
Not a lot of movement right now on the offensive end for the Spartans. Everyone just kind of standing and watching the dribbler.
Vasquez back into the game for Mohammed. Vasquez, the transfer from Murray State, guarding Plymail. Kicked out, Proctor with the steal on the inbound. Proctor sends it up to Imaya Cobb. Cobb strong to the basket.
Not worried about the defender. That's how you have to go up when you're at the hoop one-on-one.
Proctor with the steal in the backcourt, and she'll lay it up and in. Proctor has 9 points in her debut.
Yeah, they're just telegraphing their passes, Missouri Baptist, and Kyoko is reading them perfectly.
Here's Anderson. And she lost control of the dribble, and she stepped out of bounds. It'll be Cougar basketball.
How about the chemistry already, Randy? We said it at the top of the broadcast. A lot of new faces for SIUE, but you see the bench erupting when good things happen for this team. And it looks like they've already built some camaraderie.
And you're trying to find not only cohesion, you're trying to find rotations that make sense. You've got 10 players easily that could play. And so you're trying to find a really good, solid rotation and cohesion depending on who's on the floor together at the same time. Galuza, her 4th three of the half.
Does that count as a heat check?
Yeah. On the floor, driving down the lane. Good move on Cobb, and she's fouled. Number 4, Abigail Williams, with the shot fake and dribble drive, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, Cobb kind of coming down on that defensive play, and they're going to call that every time when they see a swat and you coming over the top.
Williams transferred in from Swick. First free throw rims out. Williams, a 5'10 senior, has a twin brother named Owen, and in their senior year of high school, they were prom king and queen.
Oh,
how about that?
That's adorable.
She makes 1 of 2 at the line. They were the prom king and queen at Marquette Catholic High School in Illinois, Godfrey, Illinois. Here's Cobb. Out to Blasquez, open for 3, off the side of the rim, no good, but there's Akamalafe. Back to Galuza, oh my goodness!
Oh, she's making it rain, and I mean, she shot that from the concession stand.
15 for Ava Galuza. Now defending. That gets away from number 1, Pazule. Pazule puts it on the floor, working on Proctor. Left-hand pass for Parks. She'll settle for the left-handed 3. That's short. Rebound poked away, and here comes Galuza into the front court. Proctor, step back from about 17, no good. Rebound Pazule.
Maybe a little rushed on that shot there by Proctor. Wasn't quite set, didn't have her feet under her when she went up for that attempt.
The Cougars came out firing on all cylinders in that first quarter. Parks with a nice left-hand hook as she backed down Akamalafe into the paint.
Yeah, patient too. Used that move to kind of get some space between herself and Akamalafe and was able to convert.
Parks transferred in from UHSP this year for head coach Taylor Jacobson. This is Galuza to the rack, no good. And a rebound by number 4, that's Williams. And the foul was on Galuza for the reach-in. So Miller, Sylvie, and Bryant check in. They're on the floor with Proctor and Blasquez. I talked about the ringing endorsement Murray State's staff gave to Coach Sam about Blasquez. She is going to be a key member of this team. I don't know how many starts she'll get, but in terms of a rotation off the bench, because she can not only play the perimeter, but she can play down low as well.
Yeah, definitely. She adds yet another look. I'm excited to see how the Cougars use such a deep bench as well as the season goes on.
Into the lane and a little baby hook too high off the glass. Ball is loose and it's pulled down by Jansen. Jansen back out, down low. Parks spins in the lane, looking left hand off the glass, no good. And it's swatted away by Anderson, but they're going to say it was off Sylvie's hand, so it'll be Missouri Baptist ball.
Yeah, Sylvie went to save it and it just sailed out of bounds there. And is this a stack break out of the inbound play?
There's a 3 from the left corner, short, and a rebound by Blasquez. Sylvie thought about the 3, now to Miller. Miller spins it to Blasquez for 3, too strong. Long rebound goes out of bounds. Miller flying for it. Couldn't get there in time, and it'll be Missouri Baptist basketball. Blasquez has now attempted 3 threes. And has yet to make one, looking for her first points. This is number 11, Sandoval. She picks up the dribble, scoops it to Parks from the free throw line, no good. Miller the rebound. For Lauren Miller, that is her second rebound. She has 8 points. Sylvie, right wing 3, Macy Sylvie short. Long rebound, saved by Miller, and she threw it off of Jansen, and it'll stay with the Cougars.
Good hustle play. You just never know what could happen by putting your all out there on the floor. Good play there by the freshman, Miller.
Let's watch Lauren Miller here. She's not even looking. She flies in and just throws it right off Jansen. The look on Jansen's face, she was just like, ugh.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Right, bad luck. Proctor back at the logo. She's running point now for the Cougars. Proctor dribbles down the lane, picks up her dribble, and the jumper is good. Kyoko Proctor.
How about stopping on a dime and getting that shot up? Good move there by Proctor.
11 points for the freshman. This is Sandoval left corner. Hip high dribble to the top of the key for Williams. Right side, Jansen. Jansen driving on Conboy. Tries to go up and under with the left hand. No good. Miller tips it ahead. Sandoval comes up with it. 2 players go down. There's going to be a foul. I think they're going to get Miller landing on top of Williams. That ball pinballed out, and there was just a lot of action, and there it is right there, the contact up around the shoulders going for the basketball.
Yeah, Missouri Baptist taking it back to the basics out of that inbound play.
Offensive foul called on number 25, Eva Parks, away from the ball. So it's 50-11 Cougars, 1:05 to go first half.
Cougars nearing a 2.5-minute scoring drought after getting ahead with such a huge lead.
Conboy top of the key to Sylvie, left side. Sylvie down low, looking on the pick and roll for Bryant, and a foul underneath called on Pazule. And Bryant will go to the line. Haven't seen a pick and roll yet. That was a nice one.
Definitely look at the dish down low. And what I like is that Bryant just went up strong. Didn't second guess, assessed herself, and went up. Oh, they called it on the floor.
Sylvie for 3 off the inbound, and she knocks it home. Macy Sylvie has 7 points.
She had that look on her face like, finally, now 2 for 6 from beyond the arc.
Here's Jansen spinning and blocked by Conboy. The Cougars with their newcomers on the floor right now. Lauren Miller, freshman. Kyoko Proctor, a freshman. Sylvie, Conboy, and Bryant are all returning players, but the Cougars did lose point guard Ava Stoller, who transferred to Eastern Illinois. Brianna Wooldridge at Tennessee State, so we'll get to see them again this year in OVC play. Free throw good by Jansen.
Talk about some juicy matchups to come in conference play.
And of course the graduating players, KK Rodriguez, who led the team in scoring, Hallie Smith, Molly Sheehan, Sophie Lois, all key members of the SIUE program over the last several years, and sad to see them go, but a whole new crop of players this year, and so far so good. 53-13 SIUE.
Yeah, I'd say SIUE is in good hands.
This is Miller back at the logo. They're going to play for the last shot, or at least close to the last shot. Miller got hit in the face by Parks. I think it was inadvertent, but right in the nose. Miller immediately reached up. You know, when you get hit in the nose like that, the tears just start coming down.
Yeah.
When you played, did you get hit in the nose?
Yeah. It's not a good feeling.
No, it isn't.
And after the tears subside, it starts to burn a little bit for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Miller's bleeding right now. Her nose is bleeding, so they're going to go check that out. Yeah, she got poked. I mean, she got clocked right in the nose. So they'll settle the nosebleed. Galuza's back into the game. Here's Proctor. 9 on the clock before halftime. Proctor working around Pazula. Off the screen, and then she's blocked by Jansen. What a great defensive play by Jansen to end the first half, denying Kyoko Proctor. But the Cougars have a 53-13 halftime lead here in Edwardsville. And as you see in the top left of your screen, Coach Quigley Smith is pointing out the blood on the floor. Here's some highlights of the first half. That was a Conboy bucket. And how about Ava Galuza, Ashley?
Yeah, Ava Galuza adding a slew of threes for the Cougars, 5 in that first half.
53-13 SIUE. You're watching OVC Women's Basketball on ESPN. My name's Randy Molman. Ashley right alongside, and we head to halftime. It's a 40-point Cougar lead. Vidal Bean Center, SIUE with a big lead, 53-13 here at halftime. You're watching OVC Women's Basketball on ESPN+. My name's Randy Molman. Ashley Wright is alongside. And Ashley, the newcomers for SIUE have really been impressive in this first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Namely, Lauren Miller, one of those freshmen here for the Cougars. Fearless basketball, putting the ball on the floor and getting to the hoop almost at will. We've seen Kyoko Proctor do much of the same, and Blasquez getting herself involved too.
We talked about Kyoko Proctor. She's going to have her own fan section this entire season. She's from very close to here in Alton, Illinois, right in the area. She's going to have a huge fan base. She played like she wanted to put on a show in that first half.
Oh, definitely. I had the pleasure of speaking with her dad at the open practice earlier this month, and he told me Alton is going to come out for Kyoko, and they definitely did here tonight.
You know, a little bit like Rayshawn Taylor on the men's side the last 4 years, being a local player that everybody kind of jumped on the bandwagon for him, and he became an all-timer. We could be seeing the beginning of the roots for Kyoko Proctor.
Oh, for sure. She's so much fun, and I only expect her to get that much better as her career goes on.
How about Bukola, I'm going to have a hard time with this all year.
No, you're fine.
Bukola Akamalafe, the transfer from VCU, already a big first half.
Yes, 9 rebounds for the Cougars on the glass. She's asserting her dominance really early here in the season.
Speaking of stats, let's get to the stats here in this first half. SIUE leading 53-13. The Cougars shooting 50% from the field, Ashley. 19 of 38 from the field, 26 rebounds, out-rebounding Missouri Baptist, and winning the turnover battle, going to the line. This is a very good formula we're looking at right here.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of assists for the Cougars, too, in that first half to go along with that 50% from the field. 11 assists for the Cougars here in that first half. 2
players in double figures for SIUE. Ava Galuza with 15 points, 5 3-pointers in that first half. And Proctor, who we talked about, 5 of 10 from the field, 11 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, and no turnovers for the freshman.
That's a full stat line for most people, but not Kyoko. That's just a first half's work. I'm excited to see what she brings here in the second.
And let's take a look at some of the other individual performances. 8 points for Lauren Miller, the freshman. 7 for Sylvie, 2 for 6 from the field, all from 3-point range. 4 each for Cobb and Akamalafe. 2 for Jaden Bryant, 2 for Rory Conboy. Blasquez has a couple of shots, has yet to get on the board, but she has 3 rebounds and 2 assists. I feel like Blasquez is going to be kind of that glue player for the Cougars this year.
Yeah, we saw that here early, the way that she was able to distribute the ball and really dictate the offense and where everyone was positioned.
And 2 for Eva Parks, 1 for Abigail Williams. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores here after we come back here at First Community Arena at Vidal Bean Center. The Cougars leading Missouri Baptist 53-13. We are back here at SIUE, First Community Arena here in Edwardsville, Illinois. And it's OVC women's basketball on ESPN tonight. My name's Randy Molman, Ashley right alongside, and the Cougars with a big lead, 53-13, playing against Missouri Baptist, an NAIA school in the St. Louis area. And SIUE came out flying high, 28 first quarter points, and they held MBU to 4. And then a 25-9 second quarter, Cougars shooting 50% from the field. There are some other games going on in the OVC tonight, women's basketball-wise. Let's check out the OVC women's basketball scoreboard. Tennessee State playing Middle Tennessee and giving them a game. The final score, Middle Tennessee with a 59-53 win. Middle Tennessee, Ashley, one of the best mid-majors in the country. That is a very encouraging sign for Tennessee State on the road playing close. Southern Indiana in the fourth quarter leading Franklin College as we go left to right, top to bottom. Tennessee Tech leading Cumberland's. Drake ahead of Eastern Illinois, beat Eastern Illinois 83-65 earlier today. Kentucky knocked off Morehead State, who gave Kentucky a good game, 75-59. Halftime, right here, the Cougars leading Missouri Baptist, 53-13. And bottom left there, UT Martin took Northern Alabama to the wire, a 57-54 win for North Alabama. And then Little Rock pounding Central Baptist, 44-25, another NAI school there for Little Rock at half. Well, we're close to the second half beginning, and Ashley, what did we learn in this first half? The Cougars came out flying, they came out running, and they were aggressive. They played a 2-2-1 press defense for much of that first half. What do you think we'll see in terms of what they might work on in the second half?
I think we see a lot of the same on the defensive end, a lot of smothering, not giving Missouri Baptist any chance at all to really get some good looks on their offensive side of the ball. And I think we start to see maybe a little more distribution by the Cougars. They went on a 3-minute plus drought to end the first half. I look to see them kind of clean that up here in the second.
That was one of the things last year. The Cougars would go into scoring droughts, and then who are you going to turn to to try to get yourself out of those droughts? Tonight, it's been Ava Galuza, it's been Lauren Miller, and then Macy Sylvie with a couple of big baskets. So it'll be interesting. The luxury here, Ashley, is that when you're up this amount, you're up by 40, you can start to work on some things that might be out of character or out of the norm, just to work on some stuff that you might use in OVC play down the road.
Absolutely, for sure. I think the Cougars will definitely use this second half as a learning experience, kind of get comfortable with themselves and kind of build more of that chemistry for later down the season.
So they get ready to meet at their benches as they huddle up to get ready for the second half. We'll see who starts the second half for SIUE. There's Taylor Jacobson, the head coach for Missouri Baptist in her first season. Not just her first season at Missouri Baptist, this is her first season as a college head coach. She was an assistant at Arizona Christian for 5 years, and this is now the third head coach in 3 years for Missouri Baptist, as Taylor Jacobson trying to build her own program here in the St. Louis area. Yeah,
she was also an assistant coach at Concordia University in Nebraska when the team won the NAIA Division II National Championship. So she brings a lot of experience to this MBU bench.
She brought Rhonda Luce with her. Rhonda was an assistant coach on that Arizona Christian staff. And so they are working together to build a staff. And you know, it's always tough in the first year to get the type of players you want, to get the transfers you're looking for, and to kind of build an identity for your program. This is Plymale on the right block. She's fouled. I think they're going to get Akamalafe. A little too much contact down on the right block.
Yeah, the body for sure by Akamalafe. But I love how she's using her feet down low to stay in front of the defender.
Inbound. This is Jansen into the lane. Spins back off the glass. Good basket for Riley Jansen. She now has 8. Definitely Missouri Baptist go-to player, Riley Jansen. She had 19 in their first game. Cobb driving, foul, a blocking foul called, and I think that's going to be on, looks like number 4, Abigail Williams.
The refs huddling in the middle of the Cougars huddle, too. Don't see that often.
No, they're going to call it on the floor. That was the discussion. Was it a shooting foul or a foul on the floor? And I think they got it on the floor. Now the question is, as the official goes over to the scoring table. Yes, she was just confirming Kaylee Davidson, one of the officials, along with Mevette Woolley and Lucas Smith. There's a steal. Oh, poked away, but Conboy was there. Now Sylvie drives down the lane. Crosses to Cobb. Little short jumper. Good. Imaya Cobb.
It's nice to see Imaya Cobb settled into a game. When she's in a rhythm, she is also fun to watch.
Here come the Spartans into the front court, left to right, driving down the lane. This is Williams. Bounce pass in the block for Jansen, working on Sylvie. Underneath and good. Riley Jansen.
Taking advantage of that mismatch to Sylvie, just a guard. Jansen bullying her down low, as she should.
Here's Cobb, right elbow, kicks it out. Akamalafe for 3! Bukola Akamalafe, the transfer from VCU, hits from long range.
How about the forward stretching the floor, too? She says, I'm not just a rebounding machine, I can also shoot.
Jansen is fouled, and she'll go to the line. Missouri Baptist has made it a point here in this third quarter. How about we feed our best player? And that's what they've done here in this third quarter.
Yeah, I would say that's a good game plan for sure, playing through the number 1 player.
And they've done a good job in their offense switching to where they end up with mismatches. Jansen on Macy Sylvie, or Jansen just now down low, and I don't know who got called for the foul. It was number 5, Galuza. So Jansen on Galuza, that's a mismatch. So Missouri Baptist doing a good job rolling Jansen to a point on the floor where she could take advantage of a mismatch.
And every time for Jansen, that's just barbecue chicken. You've got to take advantage of those mismatches.
I haven't had dinner. How dare you? You say that, now I have a hankering for some barbecue chicken. Here's Cobb into the front court, right to left. At the top of the key, Cobb, right side for Galuza. Here's Galuza, left side Sylvie. Sylvie to the free throw line, driving in, and she's fouled. Macy Sylvie will go to the line.
The Cougars running a 3-man weave here at the top of the key, and once they find a lane, they're taking advantage of it. Now Sylvie, a trip to the free throw line.
And I know Imaya Cobb had that. She had a knee injury her senior year of high school where she tore her ACL, so she redshirted her freshman year, and then last year, you just don't know if she was at full strength, 100%. But you know this year she is, and I cannot wait to see how this season unfolds for Imaya Cobb.
Yeah, last season she wore a brace on that knee, and now we see her out there bare and ready to put it all out there on the floor.
Cougars go back to that 2-2-1 press off the inbound. This is Pazule. Got it poked away. Galuza comes up with it. Cobb with the steal, and Galuza in for 2 off the glass. This defense has been very good for the Cougars tonight.
I think SIUE has definitely found their identity on the defensive end.
Here's Pazule running the offense. Angles left side in the corner. There's a 3, too strong. Rebound Mohammed. This is Sylvie. Ooh, she may have got away with a push off, and she drives in, and she'll go to the line, and 1 for Sylvie. I think she may have gotten away with a push there on the offense.
I think so too.
Look, the official was standing right there. There's the push.
Yeah, that's that left hand. Taking advantage of it, though, and exploiting the lack of defense. There was no rotation by Missouri Baptist, and now Macy Sylvie yet another trip to the free throw line.
Big lead here for the Cougars. Sylvie to the line. She now has 11 points. Makes the free throw, 4 for 5 at the line. 12 points for the senior. This is Cubero trying to break the press. Bounce pass to Pazule. Pazule left side, driving baseline. Now puts it on the floor, cross court. Now kicked out. Jansen for three. Off the side of the rim. And Cobb comes up with the rebound for Imaya Cobb. That's her second rebound. She has 3 assists. Into the front court, right to left. Cougars have been playing fast all night. Cobb. Right side for Bryant. Bryant down the lane, hooks in, laid it up off the glass, no good. But there's Mohammed fighting for the rebound, finds Cobb underneath, and she missed. And an offensive foul then called on the Cougars.
Despite the foul, I love to see Mohammed crashing the glass, turning around and assessing and finding her guards beyond the arc as they're able to drive through.
One of the things you don't find when you're doing when you're doing research on players is how good are they at passing the basketball. And Cyan Mohammed seems very adept at passing from the block, inside out. There's a three from the left wing, good, buried by Mariana Cubero.
Cubero with a lot of confidence getting that shot up and knocking it down. She had a lot of space.
Here's Proctor working on Sandoval. Angles back to the top of the key. Velasquez right wing, puts it on the floor, driving with the left hand, and what a spin move! She missed. Mohammed, the offensive rebound. Parks tried to steal it away from her, and it'll be a held ball.
If you're Mohammed, you're 6'3", you've got to keep that ball up high and strong. When you bring it down low, the shorter defenders can wrap you up.
Looks like Megan Fahey about to check in for SIUE. Oh, they called a foul on Jansen. I didn't see where that foul was. Jansen couldn't believe it either. She had her hands out like, what?
Yeah, I thought there were 2 thumbs up.
So it's Cougar basketball. Missouri Baptist tried to inbound it real quick, but they did not get away with it. Fahey will trigger for the Cougars. Remember last year, anytime Megan Fahey came into the game, Ashley, it was just a spark of energy. She plays with a lot of speed.
Lightning in a bottle. What about the hesitation by Kyoko? Freeing herself up. And yet more free throw attempts for SIUE. Randy, I remember last season there were whole halves where SIUE didn't have a single trip to the line. And now we're seeing a totally different story in this first game of the season.
15 attempts when Proctor fires this one up. Missed it. 10 of 15 at the line for the Cougars. 5 of 6 at the line for Missouri Baptist. Cougars shooting 51% on the night and 50% from three-point range. Orion Anderson back into the game for the Spartans. She checks in for Sandoval. For SIUE, it's Velasquez, Fahey, Proctor, Bryant, and Mohammed on the floor. Into the front court, it's Cubero. She just hit a 3 moments ago. Pazule now, top of the key, guarded by Fahey. Works off the screen, down low. There's a steal, ball got free. Fahey quickly ahead. Velasquez down the lane, fakes off the glass, and got it to roll.
Pretty move on the Euro step, too, before converting on the 2 on the fast break.
First points of her SIUE career. Parks on the baseline, kicks it out. Fahey tipped it but couldn't secure it. Now Jansen down low for Parks. Left block working on Bryant with the left. No good. Velasquez the rebound and a push in the back by Anderson. She'll get called.
Good defense by Bryant, too, forcing kind of that fadeaway away from the hoop by Parks. She was not able to go straight up because of the presence by Bryant.
So that is the 5th team foul on Missouri Baptist. So to the line, it's number 15. Adriana Velasquez. Free throw good. Velasquez was in 4 Spanish championship, made 4 Spanish championship appearances, won the Madrid championship one year from Madrid, Spain. Sophomore transfer from Murray State.
That's a lot of winning.
A lot of winning. You like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Kubero crossing the timeline. Between the circles, angles right side. Hands it off to number 13, Eads. Eads kicks it off to Parks. Parks driving from about 16 feet, no good. Fahey the rebound. Here comes Megan Fahey down the floor.
Yeah, that ball kind of got stuck on her hip, and Fahey got called for the double dribble.
That's one thing. We talk about Megan Fahey's energy, but sometimes she plays a little bit too fast, and then something like that happens where she kind of over dribbles or overruns the ball as she's dribbling. Here's Anderson, bounce pass right block. Jansen working on Conboy in the lane. Jansen curls around Conboy and has an and one opportunity. Jansen now has 14 points and she'll go to the line.
Again, patience on display by Jansen, getting the ball not quite at her spot, putting it on the floor and getting there at will.
Timeout on the floor. SIUE leading Missouri Baptist 70-24. You're watching OVC women's basketball on ESPN.
Visit SI.
We're back here at First Community Arena in Edwardsville, Illinois. OVC women's basketball on ESPN tonight. Randy Molman, Ashley Wright with you. At the line, it'll be Riley Jansen to try to complete a three-point play. She has 14 points for Missouri Baptist and make it 15. She has 15 of the team's 25 points.
That's an efficient player.
How about
Riley Jansen?
No doubt. She's going to be fantastic this year to watch for the Spartans. Fahey drives in, now scoops it to Conboy curling back. And a travel call on Rory Conboy.
And this is much of what we saw to end that first half from the Cougars. Not a lot of movement on the offensive end or space to work with, and that's how they start to get in those scoring droughts.
70-25, Cougars lead. Here's Eads handing it to Anderson. Anderson, left-hand pass. This is number 23, Jansen. Back to number 5, Kubero. Kubero beyond the arc to Jansen. Jansen now loops it down low for Parks. She's fouled. Looked like Fahey got a lot of ball there. but they don't get Fahey. No, they did get Fahey. I thought she got a lot of ball there. I didn't see any.
It's always the action of just coming down, both arms kind of flailing down toward the offensive player in Parks.
So Parks to the line, the sophomore from Aurora, Colorado. Left-handed shooter, missed the first. Three dribble and a spin. Here's the shot, no good. Conboy, good block out. We've seen her do that several times tonight. Fahey to Proctor, quickly ahead. Back to Fahey. Fahey dribbles inside the arc, back to Bryant. Here's Blasquez. Blasquez driving to the elbow, back to Proctor. Proctor stutters, kicks it, Bryant. Jaden Bryant working on Parks. Spins it back to Proctor for three. Rimmed out, goes out of bounds off of Blasquez. They're going to say it's off Missouri Baptist, so it'll stay with the Cougars.
Good find there. Proctor just not able to knock it down. She was wide open too.
Inbound to Proctor, right wing, puts it on the floor off the stutter and missed the bunny. Rebound grab by Cubero.
That ball didn't know if it wanted to go in or stay out. It bounced to a good maybe 3 times.
Yeah, it sat up there for a second, didn't it? Kicked it out, left wing. Cubero to Parks, straightaway three, good. Eva Parks knocks it down.
That's a pretty left-handed jump shot on the straightaway three-pointer. Parks putting some points up for Missouri Baptist too.
Blasquez, left corner for Jaden Bryant. Skimmed off the rim, rebound. Lands in the hands of Eads, and they want to run. Missouri Baptist into the front court, around Fahey, no good. Jansen the rebound. There's one blue jersey down there, and she came up with the board.
She's everywhere at the right time for Missouri Baptist. We've said our name a lot here tonight. We knew we would.
Ooh, that was halfway down from Proctor and a rebound. It's 70-30. SIUE won for their last 8 from the field, 2.5 minutes without a bucket. Here's Anderson, left wing for Eads. This is Eads working on Fahey. Eads at the elbow, across the lane, turns, spins, pivots, but dragged the pivot foot. Fahey sort of cut her off, and then she had nowhere to go, and then that pivot foot dragged with her body momentum.
Yeah, the Cougars have had good luck doing that all night. That's rotating on defense, really helping when any guard or post player gets beat.
Maya Cobb into the front court, right to left. She checks back in. First time we're seeing the freshman, Saray Stemmons, in the game for the Cougars. Blasquez to Bryant to Stemmons. Fahey for three. No good, too strong. Rebound by Wilson. Abigail Wilson, transfer from Missouri Valley College with the ball. Gets it to Payne. Left side, Cubero, guarded by Blasquez. Cubero kicks it out. There's a stutter and a runner, no good. And stepped out of bounds, Abigail Wilson.
Eads had Fahey beat going to her left side, but she put the ball back in her right hand on that runner, and Fahey able to affect the shot.
Maya Cobb running the offense now for the Cougars into the front court. Works off the high screen. Now back to Blasquez, top of the key. Fahey left wing, puts it on the floor. Stemmons, right side for Bryant. This is Jaden Bryant to Blasquez. Cobb pops out. Cobb has it. Angles to the middle of the floor. Tried to cross over, almost lost the dribble, but then blows past the defender to the basket for two.
She has such amazing speed off that first dribble. It's almost unfair losing the defender.
Jansen, left block, working on the freshman Stemmons. Up and under, good. Riley Jansen for two.
She is showing us the beauty of textbook basketball. It's just all fundamentals by Jansen.
Oh, look at Jaden Bryant with the reverse.
Using the rim to protect herself from Jansen, the defender. Bryant getting creative down near the hoop.
Jansen has 19 points. That's an errant pass. Bryant's got the steal, and she's all alone. She lays it up for 2. Jaden Bryant now has 6 points, 4 straight for the Cougars.
That's the aggressiveness we've been wanting to see by Jaden Bryant.
There's a 3 from Cubero, no good, and that hits the top of the backboard. So it's out of bounds to SIUE. Fahey, Cobb, Blasquez, Stemmons, and Bryant on the floor. Stemmons, the freshman, 5'10", from Columbia, Missouri. Played at Hickman High School.
Home of the Cupies.
The Cupies. And there's Cobb again, driving to the basket for an easy 2. She's fouled. She'll shoot a free throw to try to complete the 3-point play. Cobb now has 10.
And the entire bench getting up to applaud her on that effort. Again, you just love to see the camaraderie here between the Cougars.
You talked about that explosiveness. There it was right there. That first step and a half, she is quick. And now 100% healthy with that knee. 1 second to go, and they do not get the shot off. That'll end the third quarter. SIUE 79, Missouri Baptist 32. You're watching OVC Women's Basketball on ESPN.
He shoots, and he scores! When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Let it rain, Randy! Woo! Yes! By being prepared for anything! Woo! Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Support your school with the German-American School Spirit Check Card. With each purchase you make using the card, we make a donation to your participating school of choice. Stop in your local German-American bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit Check Card today. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 44 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes, then enjoy a signature meal. Plan your trip at parks.ky.gov.
It's the excitement of the crowd, the crack of a bat, the sound of your own heartbeat, the roar of the engines. The spirit of competition runs deep here, from the dirt track to the cheap seats. Whether you're screaming from the stands or taking your place in the limelight, Southern Illinois is your ticket to all the action. In sports venues and recreational facilities for whatever your obsession is. Come to cheer, come to challenge yourself, but discover so much more when you visit SI.
Upcoming schedules presented by Sunbelt Bakery. The Missouri Baptist Spartans will be at UHSP on November 8th, then Columbia College on the 12th, before hosting Clark University. Cougars have the basketball, and for SIUE, they travel to Eastern Kentucky. There's a miss. On the 7th, that's Friday. Then Sunday at Northwestern, that'll be on the Big Ten Network Plus. And then back here for a day game, excuse me, a day game. It's one of those kids games, a student game. This place will be packed with kids on Indiana State on November 19th. I love those kids games. They get so loud.
Yeah, kids are awesome. Their energy is contagious. I'm excited to be on the call for that one.
Yeah, I mean, they're out of school, number one. And number two, they get to go to a college basketball game. So they're going to be pumped to be here for that one. And that'll be a good matchup and a good test for the Cougars taking on Indiana State. Stemmons to Cobb, right wing. Cobb puts it on the floor, kicks it over to Fahey. Megan Fahey spins and scores with the left hand.
Megan Fahey also getting crafty, going around the world almost to get open.
Here is Pazule driving to the elbow. Bounce pass left side looking for number 11, Sandoval. Sandoval has it, backs it out. Guarded by Fahey. Fahey gets the steal on the inbound, and the Cougars have numbers. Fahey down the lane, fakes the pass, lays it up and in.
There's that energy by Megan Fahey. She's been playing like the lightning she is, using her hands and then getting a couple easy points on the other end.
Off the steal, here's Galuza down the lane. Galuza tried to spin and dribbled it off her leg, and then Missouri Baptist could not control it. Doran off her knee out of bounds. It'll be Cougar basketball. Bryant checks out. Blasquez back into the game. Galuza has 17 points for Ava. Her career high is 18, which she got at Western Illinois last season. 5-second call off the inbound, and Imaya Cobb called, and the official almost called a technical. She slammed the ball down, and Cobb got a warning. Pazule into the front court. Hands it off. There's a three from Cubero, no good. Rebound Cobb. Cobb ahead to Galuza running. To the baseline, spins, kicks it back out. Fahey will reset. Cobb to Blasquez, right wing. Blasquez back to Cobb. Now feeds Stemmons. Too high, but a push in the back by Parks. And a foul called on Missouri Baptist. That's their first of the fourth quarter.
Parks bailing SIUE out there on that play. Cobb did lob that ball a little too high. It would have sailed out of bounds.
Third foul call on Parks. Galuza into Cobb. Cobb puts it on the floor. Angles baseline, spin move, little jumper, no good. Tried to get it over Sandoval and left it short. And Parks is down and hurt. So while the trainer goes to check on Eva Parks, assistant coach Rhonda Luce will also walk over.
We don't want to speculate, but it looks like she's pointing to that ankle.
Yeah, left ankle. We talked about head coach Taylor Jacobson. There she is over on the bench talking to her team, Missouri Baptist. This will be their first year in the Heart of America Athletic Conference, NAIA. They moved with William Woods. They left the American Midwest Conference. They were in that conference from its inception, from 1986 to 2025, and now joined the Heart of America Athletic Conference. They had 8 returners back this year, 8 transfers. Last year in the AMC, they were 7th with a 9-13 conference record, finished 9-20 for the season. Here's Pazule, right side for Sandoval, guarded by Proctor. Crossed over Proctor, drives in off the glass. Galuza came to help, and Sandoval finished anyway.
Yeah, Sandoval able to free herself up after hesitating, going on the left side, losing Proctor, and just finishing through Galuza.
Proctor, right side for Cobb. Proctor to the middle of the floor, angles left side. Blasquez puts it on the floor, driving on Cubero, kicks it out. Cobb drives in, and there's a nice floater, no good, got her own rebound. Galuza for 3, and she just missed it off to the right. And a rebound by number 4, Abigail Williams. Here's Pazule driving in inside the elbow, tipped but snagged by Doran. And there's a foul on the floor. Ava Galuza called. That is her third. No Cougars in foul trouble except for Galuza. That was her third. And now Conboy will check in for Ava. And Kyra Williams, the walk-on, will check in from Troy, Illinois.
Kyra Williams averaging 16 points at Legacy Academy in high school as well.
And you know the story about how she joined the Cougars, don't you? A couple years ago. The Cougars had some serious injury issues. Pazule throws it up with the left hand. How about that bucket? 83-36. And the Cougars needed players. They had like several key injuries. And Kyra Williams was playing, I think, just playing in a rec league. And they found Kyra and digging into her history, realized she had played in high school and was pretty good. And so she joined the team 2 years ago, and she's been on the team ever since.
It's a good story.
Pazule guarded by Williams, hands it off to Williams. Kyra played in 2 games last year, scored 2 points. There's a three, it's 83-39.
And that's Pazule with the three-pointer for Missouri Baptist.
So Pazule makes it 83-39. Cobb dribbling with the left hand to the elbow to Williams. Williams drives in, kicks it back to Proctor. Step back jumper is good for the freshman, Kyoko Proctor.
It has been a treat watching Proctor stop on a dime once she gets to her spots and knocking down those open shots.
One of the other things I've noticed just watching her both on offense and defense with the ball and away from the ball, her expression never changes.
No, it has not.
Timeout on the floor. SIUE leads 85-39. You are watching OVC women's basketball on ESPN. Missouri Baptist basketball underneath the Cougar basket. They trail 85-39. Here is Pazule, and she's out of bounds. Feet were on the line. Good call by the official.
Yeah, just not aware of where she was on the floor.
Fahey, Conboy, Proctor, Stemmons, and Williams on the floor for SIUE. And how about Megan Fahey with a nice drive to the hoop? She has 6.
Yeah, Fahey has been exactly what we described her as, a boost of energy for the Cougars since she entered the game.
She's pushing her career high. She had 7 against UMSL last year. There's a 3 from Jansen. Jansen having a big night for Missouri Baptist. Conboy top of the key, hands it to Williams. Williams left wide open. She'll go ahead and shoot it. Kyra Williams bangs a 3, and she only had 2 points last year. And she buries a 3 here tonight on the home opener.
And her teammates super excited to see that go down. They were probably more excited for her than she was for herself when that went in.
Jansen has 22 for Missouri Baptist. How about that jumper from about 18 feet from number 13, Madeline Eads.
And how about the screen by Payne on Proctor to free up Eads for that jump shot.
Here's Stemmons. And a foul called. Looks like it was called. I'm trying to see the number here. Called on number 12, Abigail Wilson. On the floor. He tried to feed Stemmons to see if she could get her first D1 basket. Freshman from Hickman High School in Columbia, Missouri.
I challenge everyone to look up a Cupie.
Right, the Hickman Cupies. What is a Cupie, you ask? We are not going to answer it for you.
Exactly.
Right, you Google it.
You scar yourself with that one.
There's a jump ball underneath. And you spell it, by the way, K-E-W-P-I-E-S, the Cupies.
I've been to Hickman High School, and they have a case full of Cupies in their foyer when you walk in.
Really?
Yeah, imagine that.
The only place in the world with a case full of Cupies. And she couldn't save it. That ball gets out of bounds. Good effort there by number 13, Maddie Eads. She was dove for it, but could not save it. Cougar basketball, 90-44, 3:21 to go. Fahey right to left into the front court for SIUE. Angles now to the right side of the floor. Reverses to Stemmons. Conboy had great position. Good find and assist by Stemmons.
How about the post player at the top of the key, delivering the entry pass into Conboy, yet another post player, and converting on the easy 2.
Timeout on the floor called by Missouri Baptist. It is 92-44. Let's check out the scoreboard during this timeout around the Ohio Valley Conference. Here in this first day of play, Middle Tennessee knocked off Tennessee State 59-53. Southern Indiana, a 40-point win over Franklin College. Drake took down Eastern Illinois at Eastern Illinois, 83-65. Tennessee Tech, a 92-67 win over Cumberlands. Morehead State hung with Kentucky out of the SEC, but succumbed 75-59. And then, of course, right here at SIUE, it is a 92-44 score, the Cougars lead. UT Martin and North Alabama went down to the wire. North Alabama gets the win by 3. And Central Baptist, another NAIA school, getting pounded by Little Rock right now in the 4th. Those are your Ohio Valley women's basketball scores. T-shirt toss here at First Community Arena. I wish the world and our citizens here in the United States could be as happy every day as they are when they're getting a free T-shirt at a sporting event.
Honestly, yeah.
Right?
A lot of people would be very ecstatic.
Or if they show up on a Jumbotron.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't ever see someone on a Jumbotron when the camera gets put on them. They never have like a sour face or they don't look angry. They always look happy.
Except for when you're at the Coldplay concert.
Oh! A Coldplay dig. So that's the only time people are unhappy, when they're on camera because they got dragged to a Coldplay concert? Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say dragged. Maybe you're hiding out at a Coldplay concert.
92-44 is the score as SIUE, they came out gunning, Ashley, a 28-4 first quarter, and the Cougars were fast from the jump.
Absolutely. They asserted their dominance from tip-off. We saw a lot of distribution of the basketball, really showing off that camaraderie that they've built throughout the summer with the new faces. And it's been a treat to see this SIUE team play the way that they have consistently and getting to the free throw line as well.
Credit to Missouri Baptist, though. 19 third quarter points. They're being outscored just 13-12 here in the fourth. They have not given up. They're playing hard, and Missouri Baptist, under new head coach Taylor Jacobson, has had a second half that they can build on going into their regular season.
They have, definitely. We've seen Riley Jansen, too, come alive here in this second half, and a couple of their key role players in Eva Parks, too, contributing to Missouri Baptist.
Fahey, Conboy, Bryant, Stemmons, and Williams on the floor for SIUE. Here's Orion Anderson handing it off. Now number 13, Maddie Eads, as they weave around the top of the circle. Kick out, 18-footer. Too strong, rebound Fahey. And a foul on the rebound by number 15, Avery LaPlante, the freshman from Imperial, Missouri, played at Windsor High School.
A lot of nice local talent here on the floor tonight for both teams.
Fahey crosses the timeline for the Cougars and goes right side. Curls around Bryant. Bryant tried to run a pick and roll, but Fahey's back was to her. Now Conboy, right block extended to Fahey at the elbow. Found Williams for three. That's an air ball, and it'll be Missouri Baptist basketball.
Yeah, kind of sailing to her left as she let that go and missed the entire rim there on that shot attempt.
92-44 Cougars, 2:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lauren Miller, if you're just joining us, the outstanding freshman, got hit in the face in the first half. Well, maybe it was in the third quarter, and then never has re-entered. She's over on the bench, her jersey's off. She's got a little stuffing in that left nostril because that was a pretty bad nosebleed. That's an air ball that gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be Cougar basketball. No need in a score like this to push Miller to come back into the game after taking that elbow to the nose.
Yeah, not at all. We saw enough from her anyway in that first half. I mean, she pretty much had a full stat line by the time halftime came around.
Fahey, right wing, to Stemmons beyond the arc, down low, Conboy underneath, couldn't finish, and a rebound there by number 15, LaPlante. Here comes LaPlante. Bryant poked it away, chasing on defense. Stemmons looking to go coast to coast, and she missed, but she's fouled. Saray Stemmons will go to the line, the freshman from Hickman in Columbia.
A lot of heart on display tonight by these freshmen on the Cougar side. Stemmons just adding to the wonderful night for the debut of all the freshmen here at SIUE.
Last time the Cougars hit 100 points was December 20th, 2023, when SIUE beat Harris Stowe. Oh no, that was a 106-38 win in 2023 against Harris Stowe, and they get Harris Stowe again on December 14th, right back here at First Community Arena.
Stemmons knocking down that first free throw for her first points in collegiate basketball.
She sinks the second one, so Stemmons, her first two D1 points. And that ball gets away, and it's going to be Cougar basketball. Number 12, Audrey Payne, had it off of her hip, and Abigail Wilson couldn't chase it down. I think for a second, Wilson thought it may have gone off a Cougar. She didn't seem to go after it that hard. Fahey blows past the defender all the way to the basket, and a new career high for Megan Fahey. She has 8.
Good awareness by Fahey, realizing the open spot on the floor and beating the defenders there.
Sandoval, left wing, guarded by Williams. Williams squeaked through the screen to keep her feet moving on the defensive end. A nice job by Williams. Now down the lane, blocked by Conboy, but a foul.
Yeah, Conboy's going up straight, but as the offensive player is shooting the basketball, she's swiping those arms, and that's what she's getting called on every time.
So to the line, Abigail Wilson. Wilson, the transfer from Missouri Valley College. Played her high school ball in Poplar Bluff, Missouri, Poplar Bluff High School. Missed the first, 96-44, 42 seconds left. Hits the second. Fahey collects the inbound and dribbles into the front court. Fahey angling off the high screen by Stemmons. Conboy left side for Williams. Williams back to Stemmons, right side Jaden Bryant, guarded by Sandoval. Bryant looking for the pick and roll to Stemmons, but she didn't have position. Batted away by Sandoval. Wilson collects it. Here comes Missouri Baptist. Sandoval left side. Now back to Sandoval at the edge of the logo. Sandoval driving, picks up the dribble. Cross court to number 12, that's Payne. Sandoval weaves through traffic off the glass, no good. Rebound Wilson. Wilson underneath, high off the glass. And that'll do it. She hits the basket at the buzzer. It's 96-47, the final score. SIUE gets the win in their home opener against Missouri Baptist. And Ashley, a good effort from start to finish for the Cougars, and they really blew this game open early.
Yeah, they did. On the offensive end and defensive end, we saw all the freshmen get involved here early, crashing the glass as well. We see Macy Sylvie. She also added some assists here for this Cougars team. Total team effort here tonight in the win.
As you watch the highlights, we'll give you some of the numbers. 17 points for Galuza. She led the Cougars. 1 point shy of her career high. Proctor with 14, the freshman. Sylvie had 12, Cobb 11. 8 for Lauren Miller in limited duty. She had 8 and 11 minutes. But how about Riley Jansen for Missouri Baptist? 22 points. She is the real deal.
New season high now for Jansen. She started the season with 19 points and an unfortunate loss for Missouri Baptist, but adding 20-plus more here tonight against SIUE.
Final score, Cougars 96, Missouri Baptist 47. My name's Randy Molman for Ashley Wright. We thank you for tuning in to this broadcast of OVC Women's Basketball on ESPN. Until next time, so long, everybody.